All right, so hey everyone. Today I thought I might explore a few database options for our SaaS app since we will need some persistence. I already started the project. Now it's building. Let's give it a minute. All right, and it should be available on localhost 8000. Yay, our awesome app. So here dashboard, I'm already logged in. So 2 streams ago, I fixed the auto refresh, so we don't need to go through the login if your session is saved in the browser. And then here we have these things. What I'll try to do is add another section, maybe before settings. And then let's name it. First, it's gonna be like home, and then maybe we'll add like few fields, and then you can post something in there. But yeah, we'll see what we can do there. For databases, I've been looking at Fauna DB recently. Looks very cool. And then if we look at pricing, maybe pricing. So there's this always free for any developer, freelancer, and hobbyist. Get started with generous, blah, blah, blah. Yeah, so there's like this daily quota. And there's also Hasura. I've been hearing good things about Hasura, and it's like actually even real time, and we can do some even cooler stuff. So whenever someone or another user adds something, the data can be like refreshed automatically in here. So let's see. And then here, I think they have also like some free tier. Let's click get started in here. And maybe you can do using Heroku. So I know they have like a, I think this is a free tier Heroku, so they can deploy it in there. And Fauna, where's the getting started? Just remove this. I think I'm gonna go with Hasura because I like this like deploy directed to Heroku. So I'm gonna click deploy. I'm already logged in with my personal account. I am in Europe, so maybe let's choose a region in Europe, which really, I mean, doesn't matter. And then we can do here rubber goose, and it's it will include, I think, Heroku Postgres because it's Hasura is built on top of Postgres. And let's hit deploy. Now it's like creating the app, configure environment. while that's building, maybe we can go to the dashboard nav and add probably let's add something like and then user slash home or something. We call this home. Doesn't matter right now. We need just a blank page to play around with a few things. So that's there. Let's go to our user page. And I guess let's duplicate this and have it called user home. And then duplicate this one. This will be home. And then user home. Oh, the app is already deployed. So we are here, user home. Let's create the user home in here. User home.js. And let's go maybe to building. And in here. All right. Let's close a few things. Let's see. Okay. And this will probably go longer. I don't know if we have XL in here. Okay. So remove this and see. Yeah. I mean, we just want to make it different for now. We will care about the styling later on. Okay, so we have the app. Let's focus a little bit more on the app right now. So we open the app. And this is the endpoint that we have. First thing, we need to secure this endpoint because you already have this public URL, and then you can send some post requests, and then I don't want to mess up with that right now. Let's go here, and then for Heroku. And this is, okay, so I need to go here and settings. Let me just pull this out. And here, just generate a crazy. Okay. And let's add the value. Click add. Now hide the configs. Okay. So I generated the secret. And now if we open the app again, I need to enter the secret so I can access the app. Yep, save that. Never save it here. All right, so everything is secure now. We can play around with things and nobody can mess up with us. That's cool, right? So let's go to data. And so this is, like we said, this is like the concept of rubber ducking. So so we'll have probably a post. So someone is posting a problem, and I think we can have, yeah, I already did hide the keys. Yeah. Yeah, but thanks for the comment. Yeah, I already I clicked by mistake to reveal config, but it didn't show all the stuff. So I think we're good. We're good to go. And so now we have the secret. Everything is all right in here. And let's start creating some tables. Should this be named, okay, posts or like something funny? Let's just write, okay, posts. And the column in here will have ID. Just ID. This will be EU ID, and I can do gen random UID. Also gives you, and this will be unique. Let's have a title. This will be text. Not nullable. Also content. Do you have something smaller than text? I don't know, like. And then we have text here. So we'll have also something like author ID. And then this will be UID. We will link this back to the author table later on. I think this might be it for now. So primary key will be the ID. And let's add the table. Okay, now let's have another table. Let's call it authors. And the first one will be ID as usual. And this will be UID. Let's go first name and last name. All right. I think the yeah. I'll edit out the video, but in any way, it was just half of the key that was were shown, and I will delete this app and then regenerate a new one. So don't worry about it. This is just for the streams, and then I will add it. I will recreate a new one later on. But it was just half of the key that was revealed. But thanks for the heads up. First name, last name. Yeah, I mean, we have authentication, so maybe we can have We'll see what we need to do. We might add more fields later on. So first name, last name, ID, and then we add this table. Did I? Okay. Is this the primary key already? Yeah, okay. All good. And now when we go to post, modify, and then author ID. How to set it as post relationships, and then configure. So this is an array relationship, and then it will be author posts, I guess. And then will be from author ID to ID. Let's see. I think that's fine. And then when we go to here, does it suggest anything? We can also have this created at. And this is actually neat, updated at. This is actually not bad. I like that they're actually suggesting these things to you, because you always like miss them. Okay. Object relationships, and then if we go to author and then relationships, configure. Where is it? So this will be, I guess, post author, and then post, and from ID to author ID. Okay, so this looks kind of neat. Let's go to like posts, and I have the title, and I want to have the first name of the author, kind of. Okay, I think they have also like mutations. So let's do add mutation. And here let's insert a post. Let's have a title. New post. And in the author, we will create it here. So the author will be me. And then I guess this will be gone, and then we prettify and run. We don't need the type name. Yeah, and then we need to get maybe the ID and the author ID from that. Insert args, blah, blah, blah. Not null, violation, null, value, content. Did I set the content to none? Okay, let's set something in content. Ipsum. What? I thought the author ID will be created for me. Object. Author post. Maybe it had something wrong. Okay, let's go again and see. Okay, authors. I think we kind of flipped the relationship. So this is an array, and this will be maybe posts. And we are an author, so we go from here and then from the ID and then to the author ID. And in posts, we have the opposite. In here, we'll have an object, and this will be author. I think now it makes more sense. And from the author ID into the ID of that author. So let's go back here. Maybe hit refresh and see. Okay, let's get the secret again. So let's get the mutation and let's insert the post. We will have the first name, then last name. And title, new post, lorem ipsum, prettify. Yeah, and then we have the ID and the author ID. Yeah, okay, awesome, that worked. So now we can actually, if we go back to the data and go to post, you can see we have our first post. And if we click with the author also attached to it, which is me in this case. All right, so we have a basic schema kind of, and maybe then here we need to pre-render a list of posts, and then whenever we add something, we'll add a subscription that will pick that change and then display stuff in our app. So what we'll try to do is have the first post rendered, then go in here to the mutations and add another post, and then we should see it in kind of real time in here. And that will be already like some great achievement for tonight. Okay, I think there was an example for Hasura Gatsby, and it's using the Gatsby source GraphQL, I think. So there's this blog post. The internet is awesome. Like, all the code is written for you. You should use that. All right, so we will need the Gatsby source GraphQL. So let's stop the server and then do yarn add Gatsby source GraphQL. Now I'm thinking, will this work in here? I don't think so, because this is like a dynamic route. So it might be a bit tricky. So we might need to use Apollo actually instead of the Gatsby source GraphQL, because this is or maybe we can still use this because this is like a use yeah, and then you do this and create the stuff. I think auth, for example, auth 0, permission for user setting up, blah blah blah, and then we need the Apollo. Yeah, we need Apollo. Use query, Apollo query. Yeah, let's use, I think we need the Apollo React hooks. And and then for Apollo, I think we need to configure the provider. Context. No, we can actually use it in here. We don't need even a provider. Okay, that's cool. That's nice. That's nice. Apollo query. We have the header, but that's just the header. I wanna give it the URL. How to give it the URL for Hasura? Let's Google the Apollo React hooks. So we install it. We do blah blah blah, and then use greeting, blah blah blah. Use query. So there's poll interval, policy, blah blah blah. Client. But how to? Okay, use mutation. Add to do. Installation. Use Apollo client. Client is now set to the Apollo client instance being used by blah blah blah. Yeah, so we need this Apollo provider. So that we can go to the browser, I guess. And we have this wrap root element right here. We can create the Apollo client. Apollo client. Okay, here's the Apollo client. And this is the Apollo client. In-memory cache, HTTP link. What's the simplest client configurations? Okay, there's this. These are like optionals. And we have this link. Okay. Why is not that? Okay, I will need the Apollo client, I guess, and the in-memory cache. And then what's with this HTTP link? Integrations, networking, network. Additional fetch optional credentials or header. Okay, I can pass in the header in here. Oh, okay, so let's install few more things. We need the Apollo client. We will need the Apollo link HTTP. Okay, let's do these things for now. Okay. I think there was also something around the Apollo provider. Okay. Okay, so that's already there. This is the browser, so I think it should. Let's see if this will work. From React. Okay, so we have this Apollo thing. Now let's go to get this whole snippet, I guess. And then also import it. In Hasura, this is my URL. Will be here. And we need, so they had something like headers. We need this authorization. So maybe we can copy this whole thing. All right, and here I will use my secret that I'm not gonna show. So this will be process.env.hasura secret. And let me get this out of the way. Just give me a sec. And just copy this, put it here. Okay, that's out of the way. Now we have the client, so we need to create the Apollo provider and give it this client. Let's go back to the Apollo provider, which is in here. Where is it? Provider. All right. I guess, yeah, I need to go to this wrap element and have the provider and close with Apollo provider. So this will make sure that every element on my app has this Apollo provider. So when I use the hook, hopefully everything gonna be nice. Maybe you can also get the in-memory cache, but we'll deal with it later. No worries. Okay, so let's go back in here and use the hooks. Okay, maybe we need this GraphQL tag also. And okay, that's done. Let's import these two dependencies that we have, and let's do const and then posts query, I guess, and then it will be GQL, and this is a template literal. And let's go to our API Explorer. Now we have some stuff to work with. Let's say, okay, we want to get the ID, the title. We don't care about the, I mean, we can add also the content. And from the author, we'll get the first name and last name. And this is already giving us some, like the first post, just the first one. And this will be, we can say, okay, this will be get posts. And just copy this and paste it in here. Okay. So far so good. Now let's use the hooks from Apollo. Let's get this. So we will So this one is, maybe you can say get posts. So we'll use the React hook to, did we import the use query? Yeah. We use this hook that they have. And then if loading, we will return this loading. Otherwise, we will expect something like here, this data. What we will do is data dot posts. So we'll have access to the data dot posts, and this we will map through post, and for every post we want to return. So let's maybe make it a list just to get this here. Okay, what's going on here? So here we want the data post map post. We will get an li. In here we will have maybe an h3, and this will be post dot title, and then we can do like by post dot author dot first. What was it again? First name. First name. And since we're at it, let's have like a p tag, and then here we can say post dot content. Okay. So far so good. Let's see about these. I think there's like polling that you can actually, yeah, you can have a poll interval right here, and let's have it. Okay, let's have a poll interval every, let's say 2 seconds. So it will update the data for us every 2 seconds. It's also sort of, it's similar to, like, this is doing the polling, but we could actually do also subscribe to something and do it the GraphQL way. So let's try this and then we'll see. All right, so I think we should be good to go. Let's see if things will just break or not. Who knows? Yep. All right. Syntax error. Blah blah blah. Is it because I have that? Ah, yeah. Of course. Yeah. Sorry, Gatsby, about that. I fixed it. The plugin file is using common.js and ES6 modules system together, which we don't support. You need to edit the file to just. What do I still have? Something that's not in ES6? Ah, okay. Sorry. Export. Is it? I guess I need to do export const. Just I think it just worked. Let's see. Yeah. Token. Where was my token? Token is not defined. Did I have token in here? Okay. Yeah. We don't need this anymore. Okay. Generating the can't resolve Apollo in. Did I install Apollo React hooks? Probably not. Yeah, I don't think I installed that. So let's see. Let's see. Okay. So, okay. In order to initialize Apollo, you must specify link and cache properties in the options. Okay. So I guess we need also to have like the in-memory cache or yeah. Whatever you say, Apollo. And here we'll have the cache. And we will need this right here. And we will add the cache in here. And then now yarn develop again. Okay. Show me something. Cannot priority post of undefined. So maybe this needs to be let's have it in here for now. So apparently it loading. So maybe here we can also do if error. Return JSON dot string if I guess error for now. This would be like a pre. Null to so definitely maybe there's an error already. Man, always forget these brackets. Required but not found. X Hasura. Well, I sent the bearer token. Okay. So you mean you need the secret? And they don't need the bearer, kind of. Let's see. This is weird. Why it's named like that? The third party set up authentication for our app. Heads to doc. Set up auth 0. You can replace it with any auth provider or write your own. Once the auth provider is put in place, the Gatsby mutation is all about restricting content-specific routes and whether a user is authenticated or not. Okay, that's nice. We might. Network error failed to execute fetch on window and valid name. Maybe we need just one of these. Yeah, awesome. Cool. I think we need to do more stuff to secure our stuff. Like it doesn't make sense to use this secret key because it's still like in kind of the front end. We need to integrate it with Netlify identity. Probably there's a way to do that. And you can see here it's doing the polling, but nothing is showed up. But if we go in here, and okay, let's data GraphQL. Okay, show me. Wasn't there like an explorer before? Okay, history. Yeah, my mutation. All right, so let's add another. Maybe this is from, since let's do drx design, or let's have like let's have the last name as design, And then let's name this another one. And if we move this on this side and go to our app, you can see now it's like just one post. And then if we execute this mutation, this will show up. Boom. Yes. This is real-time stuff, people. Look at this. Boom. This is amazing. We're gonna do so much stuff with this. Yet another one. Boom. Yep. All is good. This is lovely. I think it's about time also. So thanks for tuning in, and I'll see you around.